The story of Pope Francis is the story of a man who heard the call of service to God. He is the pontiff, the bridge between God and humanity in the belief of Catholics. There is no other office in the world like the papacy.
You can feel now a palpable tension here as they realize any vote now could bring a vote.
Breaking news, we are looking at the smoke billowing out of the cast iron chimney above the Sistine Chapel.
And there are the bells that confirm.
There is a pope, a new pope.
It's a sacred moment in the history of the Church for 1 billion Catholics around the world and for the world at large.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum, habemus papam.
They introduce in Latin the name of the Pope.
Georgium Marium Bergoglio.
It was a total surprise when they said Bergoglio, and I remember everybody, who?
From Argentina, Bergoglio.
The first Jesuit pope.
The first pope from Latin America.
This is something that I'm not sure that any of us expected.
I was screaming at the TV set. I said, it's Mario, it's Jorge, it's my teacher. I mean, I was just jumping with joy. It was exhilarating. It was amazing.
You knew in the first 30 seconds that the pontificate was going to be different from the moment he walked out onto that balcony.
He was not wrapped in furs. He did not have red velvet on. He did not have red shoes on.
And he steps to the microphone, and he finally said,
Fratelli e sorelle, buonasera.
Buonasera, good evening.
It was like he met somebody on the streets in Rome, an old friend, buonasera. The people in St. Peter's Square went crazy.
He's the first pope who didn't come from Europe in 1,000 years. He's the first pope from the Western Hemisphere.
Vorrei dare la benedizione, ma prima vi chiedo un favore.
And then, of course, that massive thing of turning the tables and inviting the people to bless him.
Facciamo in silenzio questa preghiera de voi su di me.
The people prayed over their pope. This was unheard of.
Archbishop Gregory, as we watch this scene, I hope it's all right to tell everyone at home of the tears standing in your eyes.
It is.
What touched me was his humility, the humble request for prayers. I thought, he gets it. I knew immediately what kind of pope he would be.
He chose the name of Francis, one of the greatest of the saints of the Catholic Church, right? Saint Francis of Assisi.
Francis was the saint of the poor, and this was like flinging down a gauntlet.
Come vorrei una chiesa povera e per I poveri.
What became obvious immediately after Pope Francis was elected was that he was going to change the style of being pope.
Instead of going in the papal limousine, he got back on the bus with all the other cardinals.
And then the next day, he goes to the place where he was staying and pays his bill.
In the early days, I think that one of the most shocking things was his decision not to live in the papal palace.
He decided to live in the Casa Santa Marta, in the Vatican guest house, that kind of Motel 6 on the Vatican grounds, rather than in the apostolic palaces.
There were people who criticized that. They saw that as demeaning of the papacy. What do you mean you're going to live in a guest house? What are we communicating here?
I'd kind of gone, struggled a little bit with my Catholicism. So I was more excited as each day passed by to learn more about his life and about what he had gone through.